Years ago, the term fake news did not exist. For anything to be relayed as news by the media, they made quite sure that it was real and the truth. In this country, for the media, the value of truth is no longer important. The adversary of God, Satan, has taken care of changing the values in our society. From the time when we truly believed, in God we trust, with all the principles that Jesus instructed his followers to live by, to what we now see in the media. Fake news is not only limited to reporting on political preferences, but through all media made public, Satan has successfully changed the inherited values of this country. Homosexual unions are portrayed in all of media, especially on television, as something to be proud of, instead of what it is, a grievous sin in the eyes of God. Abortions of 1.4 million babies this year alone will be accepted by society as women's rights, instead of murder in the eyes of God. This crime is most hateful to God, the creator of all human life. Inspired by Satan, the media is also creating fake news about the Christian Church, especially about the Vatican and Pope Francis, as to divide Catholics in their support of the Church. As a Christian, you have to decide whether to live and believe what is portrayed in the media, or believe and act according to the will of our loving God. Now listen to what our Lord has to say about this. I am the true vine, and my Father is the vine dresser. Every branch in me that bears no fruit, he cuts away. And every branch that does bear fruit, he prunes to make it bear even more. You are clean already, by means of the word that I have spoken to you. Remain in me, as I in you. As a branch cannot bear fruit all by itself, unless it remains part of the vine, neither can you unless you remain in me. I am the vine, you are the branches. Whoever remains in me, with me in him, bears fruit in plenty, for cut off from me you can do nothing. Anyone who does not remain in me is thrown away like a branch, and withers. These branches are collected and thrown on the fire and are burnt. If you remain in me, and my words remain in you, you may ask for whatever you please, and you will get it. It is to the glory of my Father that you should bear much fruit and be my disciples. I have loved you just as the Father has loved me. Remain in my love. If you keep my commandments, you will remain in my love, just as I have kept my Father's commandments and remain in his love. I have told you this so that my own joy may be in you and your joy be complete. This is my commandment: love one another as I have loved you. No one can have greater love than to lay down his life for his friends. You are my friends if you do what I command you. I shall no longer call you servants, because a servant does not know the master's business. I call you friends, because I have made known to you everything I have learned from my Father. You did not choose me. No, I chose you. And I commissioned you to go out and to bear fruit, fruit that will last, so that the Father will give you anything you ask him in my name. If you belong to the world would love you as its own. But because you do not belong to the world, because my choice of you has drawn you out of the world, that is why the world hates you. Remember the words I say to you. A servant is not greater than his master. If they persecuted me, they will persecute you too. If they kept my word, they will keep yours as well. My command to you is to love one another. If the world hates you, you must realize that it hated me before it hated you. But it will be on my account that they will do all of this to you, because they do not know the one who sent me. If I had not come, if I had not spoken to them, they would have been blameless. But as it is, they have no excuse for their sin. Anyone who hates me hates my Father. If I had not performed such works among them, as no one else has ever done, they would be blameless. But as it is, in spite of what they have seen, they hate both me and my Father. But all this was only to fulfill the words written in their law. They hated me without reason. When the Paraclete comes, whom I shall send to you from the Father, the Spirit of truth, who issues from the Father, he will be my witness. But remember, the world hates you, because you do not belong to the world,